John 12:2. Poieson un auto deipnon eke, kai he Martha, diakone, ha de Lazaros, heis ein ekton anakemenon sun auto. Right before this, we read that it was 6 days before the Passover, and Jesus was in Bethany, where Lazarus was, Lazarus whom he had raised from the dead. We read, so they made for him a meal there. You'll notice sometimes when you're reading in the New Testament, you'll have these impersonal third-person plurals. In other words, it's not exactly clear who the subject is here. They made for him a meal there. And essentially, it seems like they're interchangeable with the passive. So in other words, we might say, a meal was made for him there, and we're not specifying exactly who made the meal. If you look in the good lexicons, you look in good commentaries or exegetical guides, they'll often note that the word deipnon was the main meal of the day, often served in the evening. We continue reading, and Martha was serving. This word diakone comes from the lexical form diakoneo. You'll notice that begins with a prepositional prefix, so we're not surprised that the augment comes here. This ending may throw you off until you remember, oh, that's a contract verb. So our regular third-person singular imperfect ending is epsilon. Remember, contract verbs never have the movable nu, so epsilon plus epsilon equals a. So this is an imperfect active indicative third-person singular. Third singular because the subject is Martha. Martha was serving. And Lazarus, Lazarus, notice the capital lambda there because it's a proper name. And Lazarus was one. Notice that's heis, not ace. Ace is into. Heis is one. Lazarus was one of those reclining with him. The word here, reclining, is a participle. It's just a present middle participle, genitive, masculine plural, expressing this partitive idea here. Of those, Lazarus was one of those reclining. The lexical form is anakemai, and you can see this is a middle preference verb. And if you think about it, reclining, lying down, that is a very subject-affected activity. And of course, you're expected, as you're reading this, I expect you know something about the way dining was done in the first century at this time, where people would have a low table and they would be lying on one side with their head up close to the table and their feet out back. And that is what is being described here with this word of reclining.